Hi, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up Independent Demonstrator from Kansas. And today is the first Thursday in a new month. So we will be starting our new stamp set. And this month, we are using the Jars of Love stamp set. So we'll get to make a card for best fishes today. And I finally found my Random Act of Kindness card that's been missing for a couple of weeks. So I apologize to Colleen that I haven't gotten it on the rack site, and I haven't thanked you yet, but I did find it again. So here's my card that came all the way from Canada. The lighting is not great in here right now. Here it is. Beautiful. And I think that's the Oh So Eclectic set. Okay, we are just going to jump right in to get started. I'm a little behind on things this month, so I have a lot of other things with the featured stamp set I need to get done and get ready and get online. I will be making my video for those of you who want to be part of my planner club. If you place an order of $50 or more in my store for anything, and just let me know you want to be part of the planner club, I will send you the video that I am making of how I'm decorating my planner for the month. And I also still need to get the bonus video for the featured stamp set up on my welcome video. So if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, wait a couple of days and you will have the bonus video for the Jars of Love featured stamp set will be the one you get. If you have signed up for the Jars of Love class, I will be sending that to you. That is what I do each month. I make a bonus video with the featured stamp set of the month, and that is my gift to any new subscribers on my email and newsletter list. But I also send it to whichever customers have signed up for these classes each month. So I will get that done within the next few days and make sure that's online as well. And I have a whole lot to do because starting October 1st, we are starting the 12 weeks of Christmas. So you sure want to sign up for my email and newsletter list, because for free, I will be sending every week between October 1st and Christmas a tutorial on a brand new Christmas project, including how to make it and what products you need to get that done. So let's get started. I'm going to flip you upside down and we're going to go ahead and get started making. I'll get the card. This is the card we are working on today. This is the Best Fishes card from the Jars of Love stamp set. All right, let me flip you down. I've tried to set things up a little bit so that I can be ready to join you this week and not take a lot of time setting things up, so we'll see how it works out. I am not finding the video of myself. I'm wondering if I'm even live. It says I'm live. I was just going to try to get it up so I could see if there are any comments happening. Oh, there I am. I found it. Okay. Let me make sure that's up where I get to see the comments. Okay, and this looks like this is the portion of the grid paper that we're seeing. So I'm going to go ahead, and we are using the Lemon Lime Twist cardstock today for the card base. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and so we're just going to fold that in half and make sure we run our bone folder across the crease to give it a very crisp fold. I'm going to set that aside for a second. Forgot what I was doing for a second. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do some stamping first. And I will be using the basic black to stamp the jar, and then we are going to cut it out with the Big Shot here in a minute. This was not the paper I meant to stamp on, but that's all right. That's why you flip things over. Let me grab my paper that I had all ready to go through the Big Shot. Okay. Stamp the jar. Just stamp it again because it didn't quite make a crisp look. There we go. And then I'm going to practice with the Tempting Turquoise. What I did on the sample card was I cut out the water out of a pool party, but I didn't really want to do that this time. So I'm going to try to stamp this Tempting Turquoise water in the bottom of the jar. I think that looks like a wonderful jar of water for our fish. And then I'm going to grab the crushed curry. That's the color I used for the goldfish. Get the goldfish on there. Then we're going to make a goldfish. We're going to do it again because that one didn't come out quite the way I wanted it to. Still not. I'm not sure why it's not loving the goldfish. I'm not getting the ink I want up on the fin on top of its body. There we go. I had to rock it just a little bit. Okay, and while I have the crushed curry out, I'm going to go ahead and grab the strip of pool party that we will be using for the banner in a moment. And I am going to stamp Best Fishes. there it is. I'm going to set that aside. We'll make it look like more of a banner here after a bit. And that's all the stamping that I will need to do. Oh, except am I going to use that jar on the inside of my card? No. This is the side I'm going to put the glue on and put down so you'll never see it. Okay. I'm going to grab my Big Shot. And for this, we want the magnetic base because we definitely want the thinlits to stay where we want them to stay on the stamped image. So there is the magnetic base, and I'll put down one cutting pad. And slip the paper, and then I'm going to grab my Everyday's Jars Thinlits. I need the jar and the fish. Here's the jar. And I'll get the fish out. That fish likes to try to run away from me. I feel like I'm going to lose a bunch of pieces one of these days. Line up the fish. Okay, then we put the other cutting plate on and send it through. Big Shot, throw down. And here we have the jar and the fish. So, I am going to grab the glue dots because that is what I'm going to use to get this fish in the water. I'm going to put him right there. And then I'm going to grab the card base and we're going to start assembling all of this. The first thing I have to put on is my Designer Series paper from the Color Theory Designer Series stack. I'm going to go ahead and put some multi-purpose liquid glue on that. Oh, it's not going to come out. There we go. Get it started. Put that on there. I'm going to put that on the side of the card. I like to put the dark yellow at the top, but you can put it whatever way you want. And then I'm going to grab my scissors, and we are going to take the best fishes banner, and we're going to cut it into more of a banner shape. Sorry, for a minute, I am getting my face put back up because I lost you for a second. It was Sonic trying to tell me something about something good they want me to eat today. We'll see if that happens or not. My guess would be not. And I used the Lemon Lime Twist ombre ribbon on the sample card, which is absolutely gorgeous. But I want to use this Bermuda Bay ribbon that I got off the clearance rack just last week. I don't know, I didn't look to see if it's still there. But here's some Bermuda Bay ribbon. And I'm going to want to tie this ribbon all the way around the card. So, you open it up so I can measure. I'm going to want to cut it about, this is probably good for now. And then we will tie it. I never know the best way to get this tied. Especially when my fingers don't always behave themselves. But we're just going to tie it in a knot. That's all we're doing. So I try to get that done. I tell you, my occupational therapist would be proud if they could see me now. And this is a whole lot more fun than pulling light bulbs out of putty. So I will trim up. This is Angel Chamber, Stampin' Up! Independent Demonstrator from Kansas. And the video this afternoon stopped before we were 100% done. So I'm just going to talk you through the rest of putting your beautiful card together. I believe when it had stopped, we had already stamped and you couldn't see it, but I had cut the flag at the end of the banner that says Best Fishes. And we were just putting everything together. I cut the Bermuda Bay ribbon and tied it around the entirety of the card and just tied it in a knot. And then I had adhered the banner with dimensionals. I had already adhered the Designer Series paper with the glue with the Tombow. And then I used glue dots to attach the different circles, those that have been cut out with the Big Shot or punched out with either the 1-inch circle punch on the pool party cardstock or the 7/8 inch scalloped circle punch. And we have both the Color Theory Designer Series paper and the Pick a Pattern Designer Series paper. And then attached the cutout jar with dimensionals and pulled the back off. There already comes adhesive on these itty bitty bows. And so I just removed the covering and attached the itty bitty bow. And then I picked 3 of the crushed curry glitter enamel dots in the 3 varying sizes and colors to just sort of draw your eye to the sentiment. And then on the inside of the card, I just chose to punch out 3 more of the 1-inch circle punches and adhered them with glue dots. So here is the finished card that we did today. And here is the sample card. There are some slight differences, but if you would just let me know which one you prefer, that would be great. Let's take a vote. We have sample, which is A, or today's card, which is B. A and B. And I will see you next week where we will be doing, I'm going to try to pull it out for you. We will be doing this card using the Jar of Love stamp set. And also the Sending Sweet Thoughts that coordinates with it. So I will see you then. Goodbye.